iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set. 18. 47. Not today, you are. Not today.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Stop your running.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st down.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Check.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Watson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Saints' 18-yard line.
Good set. 19. Check, 47. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Watson with a give to Miller. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
Come get something hard. Here, one. Mark 56. Mark 56.
To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. He can run. And this results in 6. Touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Sammy. 21. Watch twist.
Breeze now. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Jim. Here we go. Check 25. Switch. Here we go.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Hey, easy. Stay at home. Stay at home. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. 3 buzz.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a first and 10. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 76 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Kill. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike.
To throw is Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Hey, kill!
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And he finds Cook. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line.
Shoot, kill.
They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Ready. 5-8. Hey, watch the slant. Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. We got three, fellas. We got three.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Mike, 55. Right there, quick.
Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ready. Yellow waiting. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 17 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. This not the final game of this opening weekend. Still one more, and that comes your way later tonight out in Oakland. The Denver Broncos and Vic Fangio's coaching debut taking on the Oakland Raiders, the final home opener for the Silver and Black in the East Bay. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A shotgun snap for Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
First down.
What is that? 17? 6 right there, 56. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 56 to Mike.
Watson on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Don't get nervous. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. It's a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Texans have broken the tie. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
He's crashing. He's checking crowd.
Murray. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Squeeze, double. Mike 55. He's tired of me.
Now Breeze. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
5-9.
Check right. Watching it grind.
Good. Hey, easy. Watch the twist. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go.
Snap comes at 1. And now Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. A handoff. It's Murray. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
I got you. Deuce, you kill.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Yellow lady, yellow lady.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Check tight.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. From the 22, Breeze. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Shit!
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
Now Breeze. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Zach Line, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Looks good on the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Everyone got four.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Watson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Open the door.
Check right 47.
Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check 47. I'm going to come back to you. Check 9.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So we're at halftime in the first of 2 here on this opening Monday night of 2019. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Smith catches left side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey, check 24.
You're good. Ready.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run it again with Miller. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
This is it. UAT. Mike. Raise the corner now. Woo! 25. Look at the edge of the mic. Watch the car. Watch the car.
On third down, Watson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Ready.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Oh, you got deep? 5-8. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 55 seconds.
They go with Murray again. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Check 3, check 3.
They'll run the counter with Murray. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Ready. 5-9. 55. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze going down the middle, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Now a give. This is Murray. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the out, watch the out. Watch the safety creep. Check 31, check 31.
Again, it's Murray. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Every day, any day.
Throwing now is Breeze. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. J.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll set him back 5. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. From the end zone, Watson. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Watson to throw from his end zone. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now it's Ginn. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, watch me. You go tight.
They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Time to go, night. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow lady. 55, Mike. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Mike, 5.
On 2nd and 9. Breeze. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Breeze now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run with Murray. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 20-yard line.
Hey. Ready. Yellow lady. Here we go. Tighten up. We go 21. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Murray. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one. Right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. The 20th carry coming up now for Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. They begin the drive with Johnson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike 56. Mike 54. Push him back.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Ginn. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check safety, check safety. Hey, kill.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Ready. Y'all waiting? 55. Hey, eat. All day, just like that. Just like that. Hey, easy. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Come on, baby. Let's see what you can do.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brees. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, kill.
Shotgun now for Brees. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready. Y'all waiting? Mike 5. Hey, they're scared. Over.
Here's Murray. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the Texans' 26-yard line.
Ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Bring it. Bring it. Easy. Opposite. 36.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Pull it high. Lucky. Watch out.
Here's Murray running right. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Good one, boy. Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 18.
56 the mark, boy. 56.
Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 27-yard line.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Watson now to throw. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
56 for Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for New Orleans, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Houston, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.